All right, today we're going to talk about checkpoints. So I'm going to create there's multiple ways you could do this. It could be triggered by a score, but for now I'm just going to put a box trigger. And this box trigger is going to be right next to the house near this window, so I know where it is. And I'm just going to call this one checkpoint 1. And let's make a duplicate of this. And this one will be over by this oversized flashlight. And we'll call this checkpoint 2. So let's add an event. Add event on actor, begin overlap. And we already have an event that I believe causes you to respawn. And that is if your health gets too low, your actor goes to a certain location. But for the sake of this, I'm gonna keep it simple and just say if you push R, then you'll go to the location that these checkpoints are at. So let's add a new variable, and this is going to be a vector because it's going to store location information. And this is going to just be checkpoint. So the default value of this, we'll just set it to the player start, which is here. So I'll just use that information as the default value. X, Y, and Z. All right. And then we'll say that every time you go to one of these new spots, add an event. Oh, you already added that one. We'll add another one for checkpoint 2. Begin overlap. Then we will change that checkpoint, set it to a new number. What are we going to set it to? Well, we're going to have to get the location of these checkpoints. So just pull it in. Checkpoint 1, checkpoint 2. Oh, it's showing. There we go. And for checkpoint 2, we'll get actor location and set that to here. And actually, I think we could just drag it on. No, you have to tell it to get the location. All right. So when we hit R, we'll just say go to set location. And actually, I think this might be a transform. Oh, actor location. Let's see. Move. Let's see. That actor location. There we go. And the target's going to be we're going to need to cast to the first person character. And we'll have to, just like always, get player pawn. And we're going to set its location there. And the location is going to be the checkpoint. So when I compile and I hit play and I hit R, first thing I do is go back to the start. Next, if I go through this checkpoint and now I hit R, I still went back to the location. Nope, I went to this place. Okay, and finally, if I go to the flashlight and now hit R, I go back to the flashlight. So I've essentially set some locations. Now we could say that if I come back here, my checkpoint changes again. And if you didn't want that to happen, you could create a Boolean after checkpoint one that says checkpoint one passed true, and then after afterwards, if the branch is set to true, well, I'll just show you what it looks like. So checkpoint one. So we'll just check and see, did you already go past checkpoint one? That's going to be a Boolean. And we'll set this to true. Default value of it's going to be false. And we'll just branch it. Put a branch right here. That checks to see, have you already gone past this checkpoint? And if you have, as long as it's false, checkpoint one, oops, then you're good. But if it's true, nothing will happen. So you won't set that checkpoint. So what that looks like in practice is, okay, I've set checkpoint one, I can go back there. Now I go to checkpoint two, I can go back here. But if I go back to checkpoint one now, it's still going to take me back to checkpoint two because checkpoint one is no longer valid because of that Boolean. All right, now some of this stuff you might prefer to do in your level blueprint, in your actor blueprint, and you can totally do that. In which case, instead of getting the location, you might just have to manually enter in what this new checkpoint's going to be as find a coordinates on the scale. But that's going to be up to you to figure out. So I'll help you with that if you need it. All right, thanks.